Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now.
See this? How you cannot go?
Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in, you guys. I'm coming on because they went on a break, which they done had about 8 or 9 breaks today. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And the funny thing about the whole situation is, check this out. Miss Love is upset. She's trying. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys are watching this trial. It is somewhat hilarious. And you can kind of figure out Miss Love has a temper. She has a big temper. Now, everybody that they done called, this is the state calling these witnesses. Miss Love is like, she is so desperate and determined that she has made a lot of mistakes. She's telling them what to say, what not to say. I don't want you to say nothing about that, or don't mention that. I'm not going to ask you no questions on that. And now she's got caught up in a web. She's now asking attorneys to come and confirm what she has said. Lisa Calhoun said, yes, I'm watching somewhat. Oh my God. I was like, I was laying in the bed, and I mean, I literally had to get up. I started laughing and screaming. Their own witness, which is Mr. Antonio Sledge, he basically says she's being petty. And every time when she doesn't say something he wants her to say, what does she do? What does she do? She say December the 28th, 2022. And she dangling that in front of his face saying, if you don't say what I want you to say, you're going back to jail. I'm reminding you on December the 22, December the 28th. I even remember the freaking date. because I'm like, oh my God. You know what? This is why you do not make a deal with the devil. Okay? You will never satisfy the devil. His hunger will always be hungry. Now, I'm not saying she's not trying to get to the truth, but it's her truth. She think that she had this wrapped up in a bag. Okay? Woody came up and now, she done made him famous because he can't recall nothing. And she's letting go people that's actually did criminal activity that she knows about. I mean, literally freaking know. He just sit there and said, yeah, him and Threat went to Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop and shot it up. But you're letting him go. But these boys, you're gonna have to show some criminal activity. And I ain't seen any. Just because somebody say they in a gang, that ain't a crime. Okay, just because somebody sponsors you, supports you, that ain't a crime. Ain't nobody. And then you know what she did not want nobody to know? Let me calm down a little bit. But do you know what she did not want nobody to know? Well, Sledge said it. Sledge said that Mr. Williams, Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug, had encouraged Woody to go down to the police department and turn himself in, or go and tell them what happened or whatever. Now, if somebody was trying to do criminal activity, they're not going to tell the person, hey, since you ain't involved, just go and talk to them, go tell them. If they thought you was involved or they was trying to hide the truth or whatever, why would Young Thug tell Sledge to take him to the police department to go talk to the police? That don't make sense. And she did not want that to get out. And guess what? Mr. Antonio Sledge said it. And she's like, I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you that. And now she's trying to act like, you know what? I feel so sorry for Antonio Sledge because, I would have did anything myself to, let me see. I need to, okay. So they're going to come to repair. Would like to confirm your consent to receive messages to your phone. Reply start to consent. Okay. I got to say start here. Because they need to come and fix something. Okay. Anyway, hey, how you doing, Zena? How you doing, Lisa Calhoun? They talking about please come pick up an iPad at the school. Boy, y'all better go sit down somewhere. I ain't playing with y'all. I am not playing with y'all. What are they talking about? I don't know what you talking about. They talking about $130 for the trip. I don't know what you talking about. It's under warranty. There's no fee. So my daughter went to New York this morning. Okay, I'm in the hospital as we speak. Oh, well, make sure they get it all out. Don't go in there trying to, get it all. Get it all. Okay, so yeah. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the courtroom. I'm like tripping about it. Oh my goodness. I kid you not. So Antonio Sledge was so upset. He just was saying, I can't recall. So she's like, now you're not going to answer any questions? And he was like, I can't recall. And so the judge had to turn around and say, okay, we're going to take a break. Because he basically told her, you're giving me a headache. My blood pressure is up. You're tripping. And then she had nerves to say something about his mama. She was like, well, okay, so you said yourself was in a rock and a hard place because your mama was sick and you was in jail. So how's your mama doing? And he was like, she deceased. She gonna go, oh. She has, oh my God. I just wanted to, yeah, you know, crazy. Crazy. How Lisa Calhoun, how Tina Powers, how Ruby Turner, how you guys doing? Zena Turbert, Lisa Calhoun, let me see who first came in. Danielle Berry, sports highlights. How you guys doing? So yeah, stuff like that is happening in this courtroom. You can't deny it. It is actually happening, and people are going to be going to jail. Hey, Sanja Watts, how you doing? Good afternoon. Today is Monday. It is September the 9th, you guys. So we're getting right on through September. In 2 days, it'll be my husband's birthday. He's born 9/11. So shout out to him. And I don't know, I'll be working, but I won't be working tomorrow. So, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, they got so I wanted to tell you guys, because I'm not going to stay on here long. Y'all be like, girl, you don't, because I am into this case. Hey, you learn as you grow, and you grow as you learn. I just don't want to grow up and not know anything. So anyway, Antonio Sledge has an attorney, and his name is Derek Wright. Okay? Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T. Got that, you guys? I'm going to tell y'all right now, Derek Wright is right, Oh my goodness, if you're talking about a good looking older man. Oh my goodness, he kind of looked like my husband, but anyway, whoa. I'm just saying he is nice looking, okay? And I mean, he is, and the way he just, oh my goodness gracious. But anyway, and I ain't seen a nice looking man that I've seen in a long time. I think my husband he's alright. But anyway, I just want y'all to know this attorney is on the stand right now as we speak. This attorney is on the stand, and he's got my full dedicated attention. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's representing Antonio Sledge, and Miss Love is trying to catch him in all kind of lies or whatever, and she done caught him in a little bit, but he corrected it. He was like, he was like, I can't recall everything, but maybe you are right, or woo 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 woo. So they're like, they're taking a break. They're on the recess. They're going to lunch. They're doing everything but court. And you know what? I don't blame them. Sasha was laughing. Yeah, girl. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all want to know my flavor? There, go look at it, because that's my flavor. That's what I like. I like that. Now you're a little bit short though, but other than that, that's what I like. That's what I like, I like a well-spoken, I like a well-dressed, I like put it together, don't speak too much, not argumentative, she said, I thought Mark Talbot, yes, hey, this one's better than Mark Talbot, okay? See, I like a man with hair, I do. But nevertheless, I am married, so... But if someone would have asked me, she said, yes, flavor of the week. Yes. That's the flavor, you guys. I just want you guys to know that is the flavor. Okay? But he actually kind of looks like my husband in a little bit. I mean, I think he looks better, but nevertheless, my husband look at women all the time, looking and smiling and grinning, just like little boys do. I don't say nothing. Why do everybody wants to call me while I come live? Like they had all day to do anything, but now everybody texting me. For what? Okay, let me see what they're texting me about. Good afternoon. Do you have time for a check-in phone call this week? It won't take long. Let me know. Check-in phone call? I I don't even know what you're talking about. They can call me tomorrow. Check-in phone call. Check-in phone call for what? What are they talking about? Hey, Marie. What's going on? Anyway. I don't know what they talking about. Check-in phone call. Check-in phone call for what? I ain't never had... What are you talking about? You know, they call me all the time. So, call. Whatever. Anyway, you guys, that is very significant. And Miss Love, the funny thing about the whole situation, she's bringing so much attention to it, it's not even funny. Because she knows good and well, maybe she didn't tell Mr. Sledge that he can't talk about, or she wasn't going to ask him any questions about, but she actually came in court and asked him questions. But, you know, but she did not want him to say that Mr. Jeffrey Williams told Mr. Sledge to take him to the police department. That is very significant. You know what I'm saying? That's very significant. Us women have eyes of our own. Look all we want. Yeah, you can look all you want. He ain't mine. And you know what? You know, I be looking because I'm just going to be honest with you. Miss Love got a whole bunch of stuff in the back of her trunk. And I mean, well, you know, usually when she's wearing them skirts, it looks really nice on her. I mean, very beautiful. But whatever she's wearing, this pants outfit and this pink too. I don't know what she thought she was doing, but pink don't look good on people that's got chunky butter, right? Like pink is, I love pink. Pink is a favorite color of mine. It's not the favorite color, but it is a color that I like. But I can't wear pink because pink shows a lot. Well, now I see the chunks in her butt. I see the chunks in Miss Love's butt. And I'm like, okay, that kind of looked like a little bit of cottage cheese, you know? But before then, I never seen that. I never did. I was like, oh my goodness, her body shape is so beautiful. Even with, she got short hair, she keep it cut, you know, I mean, she's got a little nick in the back, like, I don't know, somebody pulled a braid out or something, I don't know. But she got a big chunk in her neckline on the back, you know. I ain't talking bad about her. I'm just saying, you know, other than that, she put together like 99%. Good. I'd be like, she's an older woman and she's beautiful, I think. But I was thinking, I looking today, and I was like, ooh. She said, I agree, she should have worn sleeveless underclothes. Exactly. Seamless underclothes. Because you see the chunky butt? You see the chunk in her? She said, stop it. That's Botox. Is it? Marie, tell me, you lying. I know you lying. Because you know what? I was like, all them girls down there in Atlanta got a big butt. And, you know, somebody told me, no, all of them got their butts fixed. Well, shoot, we need to go down there to Atlanta because, baby, they got it going on. Pink don't look good on everyone, especially my complexion. It fades me out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would fade you out because you very high yellow. You almost like you look mixed to me. You look mixed. If I didn't know well, you were mixed. But, I mean, you just probably got two family members, mom and dad, are probably high yellow or something. She said, looking like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. You know what? I really didn't have a thinking about Miss Love, but the more that I hear her, you know what I hate the most? He'll say something, she disagree with it, and then the next thing she say is December the 28th, 2022. And I mean, as soon as they get into it, he be so humble. He be like, Well, maybe you think I'm not trying to be rude or mean to you, Miss Love, but you being petty. And then Miss Love started laughing. He said, it ain't funny. She said, I didn't say it funny. He said, you laughing? Because she know she's trying to trigger him. But he letting the juries know, he letting the jurors know that she's doing this stuff. Both High Yellow plus my grandparents are Indian heritage. Okay. Cause see, my grandparents and my auntie, and they more Indian than my mother was. But my mother, she had that black in her, and then she had kids by African, and so that my complexion went to crap. But I love my complexion. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could have got a little lighter, I actually am lighter, but over the time of, just being in the sun and getting older and, just getting old, I got darker. Which, I was already a dark child. I think I was a dark child, and then I became light, and then now I'm going back into my dark stages, but it is what it is. Anyway, you guys, so that's what gave me a big problem with Miss Love. She is totally, when Mr. Antonio Sledge was like saying, you're getting on my nerves, she was getting on my nerves. My blood pressure went up. I felt like I was on the stand. I was like, this woman is notorious for being a bully. She's a bully. That's what she is. I'm sorry. I'm just going to tell y'all like a TI is. She's a bully. She knows good and well. She's hanging. Oh, you got this plea deal. I know that he's supposed to, but if he did say something like, I disagree about some things, can you change some things? They thought, oh, we'll just willow this in. She just feels like, I just don't feel like she is a truthful person. Yes, she's a big bully. She's a big bully. And usually big bullies always say people are bullying them. And you can sit there and look at her all day. And she sits there, she talks, somebody can be talking, and she talks over them, and she just keeps going. Her sentence goes into paragraphs, or paragraphs goes into a whole story. And by the time they ask the question or get to the end of it, she's sitting there. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. If you didn't watch this right at the beginning of today, she came in the courtroom and she said this whole little big story about how sick she was. She was sick and her voice is gone and blah, blah, blah. And they gave her, not condolences, but they gave her her blessings. Like, I hope you get well. And, like they were going to play fair and they were going to take it easy on her. So, and then she come out like a rolling bull. I'm like, what happened to the sickness? And then your voice is louder than it has ever been. But you're supposed to be sick. So she's playing games. Because when you think somebody is injured, like just say for instance, you're playing a game with somebody, like bowling. You playing a game with somebody and they winning. So the next day you come in, you be like, okay, y'all gonna win because, I don't feel good. I done caught a little cold. So surely you're gonna win. You're gonna take it a little easier on that person, right? You're not gonna just wipe the floor with them because they sick. And you don't want them to be like, well, dang, give me a little. Basically, she's a woman, right? This is what women do. We do this, you guys. We do this. We know we're in the wrong about something, or we know we finna pulverize on you or something, or you already winning, and we be like, yeah, but if I was feeling my best, I'll give you a run for your money, but I don't feel too good, so I'm gonna let this slide and I'm gonna let that slide, and everybody's like all on the one page, and then she comes out like a rolling bull. I know ain't nothing wrong with my complexion. I'm just saying it's not the same as it used to be. Like one time I was dark when I was younger, 5, 7, 8, 9 years old. And then my complexion, I got lighter. Even though I was outside, I don't know why, but my complexion changed to a lightness. So I was lighter. and then after having kids, it got a little darker. Then, over the 10 years and 10 years and 10 years, I started getting darker and darker. My mother was the same way. My mother was a light-skinned woman. She actually was almost the same complexion, if not the same complexion as Sanja Watts. But when she had diabetes and going to go to dialysis all the time, she became darker than me. And we couldn't even, you don't never remember as her color started to change because you just don't pay attention. If you take one picture and you go, dang, is that the same person? And you look over there and be like, that ain't the same person. Because, she didn't go 1 or 2 shades. She went like 50 shades darker. You know what I'm saying? It just drained her life out of her. So he told her she was confusing him. He said, you are all over the place. I laughed so hard. Girl, I laughed. She laughed about some stuff. But Lisa Calhoun, when she started laughing, when Miss Love started laughing, he said, you think it's funny. And she's like, I don't think nothing funny. He said, you laughing. And she didn't want to keep talking about that. That's because she's being very aggressive to her own witness. She's being very aggressive. And you know what? If I was a juror, I would be like, oh my goodness. If this is your witness and you're treating this witness like this, I can just imagine. It seems to me you're desperate, you're losing, and now you're beating up your own witness. And you keep threatening him in your own little funky way that you're going to send him back to jail. And I thank God, I'm serious, I thank God that he said, no, you told me to not to say nothing about Jeffrey Williams asking me to take Woody to the police station, because that is very significant. Why? If Jeffrey Williams, and I'm not saying Jeffrey Williams is all this gung-ho good person, but why in the world, if he's so bad, why would he tell Mr. Sledge to take Woody to the police station to talk to the police? Why would he tell him to do that? Especially if he had something to do with it. See what I'm saying? Anyway, you guys, I got one other thing to say. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on here long. Is he a hostile witness? No. He's actually off the stand now, Lisa Calhoun. But guess what? She called his attorney in to try to confirm that she did not coerce him into what to say, what he couldn't say, which she did. She did, in her own little way, she did. They know how to say what they're saying without saying what they're saying. She did. She didn't want him to say that. And his attorney knew that, and he knew that. And when he said something about it, she's talking about, no, I didn't. But I tell you what. See, they called his attorney on the stand. He wasn't supposed to be on the stand. Why would you call somebody's he can't tell you what that man said to him. So now we're not even talking about Jeffrey Williams. We're talking about Miss Love. She's a little bit in hot water. Because Miss Love, you were not right. In everything in this trial, you are not right. Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch the whole thing when I get to work tonight, but I'm just telling y'all. But I was going to share with you guys something before I get off of here. So you guys know that Rich Homie Quan passed away. I think it was like the 5th or something. September the 5th he passed away, which was a Thursday. Anyway, they're saying, well, the autopsy haven't came back yet, but they're saying that it just was not like just a regular overdose. It's like maybe the word on the street is that it, whatever pill he was popping or whatever was lace. That's allegedly, okay? I'm just saying what the streets are saying. And so, and I'm thinking to myself, it's sad that to see, all of this gang banging stuff and all this other stuff, And here's the thing. I don't believe Young Thug started the YSL gang. Now, did he use the YSL as his record label? Yeah, he probably did. He probably did. Because one thing about Young Thug, and I'm just going to keep it real, I don't really listen to his music because it's not I'm an older crowd. So his music to me is not all that significant. But, I do know that he loves Little Wayne. So he had copied something of Little Wayne's before. I think Little Wayne's made a video, mixtape, talking about something, mixtape 11 or something. I can't remember, music 11 or something. And then Young Thug came up with music 12. And that's what they got in a beef about, because Little Wayne didn't want somebody to say there's no, like I'm doing my own series. Now somebody else trying to come in and say my series is a part of what they're saying. And I get he got a little bit upset about it because reach your own audience. Don't be trying to backdoor take mines or whatever, And but they got it all together. But there was a little beef about that because when Lil Wayne came in their town, somebody, we don't know who, they shot up their tour bus. And when Lil Wayne did a concert, someone was at the concert, they had to shut down the concert because people were saying stuff talking about Young Thug. But when Lil Wayne came in and he said he was who he was, And that's just somebody trying to come in and take over, but that's what it is. But when you have somebody hungry, like somebody that comes from the ghetto that has no, like, they don't have that mannerism. They don't have that respect. They just been fighting all their life. Yeah, they gonna come out fighting, and that's what these boys have done all their whole life. So I don't know why they expect anything different. And you give him some money. Looky little Woody, Woody right now. He got 10, 20, 30, $100,000 in a backpack walking around. And ain't even got a house. He probably just bought a car. And I bet you got a better car than everybody in here. But he's supposed to be a trigger man. Now, where is it? See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm telling y'all. Now, we done worked all our life. We go to work. We sacrifice spending time with our kids, trying to make ends meet, trying to make sure our kids survive the world. And here's somebody got no home training that triggers other people, kill other people. And everybody, oh, he this, he that. He good looking. He good. Nah, I'm sorry. That's what I was telling y'all. Y'all, and I say y'all, like to support what is not good for you because you're going with what the world say. But if this person, they say, guess what? We're buying the house right next door to your house. You'll second guess if you really want that person out and on the street and, do because your kid's going to interact, or you might pull up and be in your driveway and somebody think it's their driveway and shoot you. While they trying to shoot him, they shoot all in your house. Do you want that person right next door to you? Everybody be like, yeah, it don't matter to me. I look at things a little different because I just believe it's all good. Let me explain something to you, okay? It is what it is. Everybody wants to go with the masses of what everybody else say. I'm not going by what everybody else say. I'm telling you, no, I would not like them to be next door to me. Not when I have my grandchild and my grandchild want to run out in the yard. I don't want him to get hit by no bullet. Because if you believe that everything is all good and everybody's all innocent, I'm telling you, you don't want to live by somebody that's dragging all of this baggage around, because it is what it is. And it ain't no joke. It's not a game. It's life for them. This is life for them, you guys. And And I'm going to say this because I truly, truly, truly believe it. I believe that, YSL is a game. I'm just going to be honest with you. I believe it is. But I don't believe it's an organized game. I don't believe that Young Thug is over there telling people, take this person. If it is, it's personal. It ain't got nothing to do with a gang. I just think if he is, and I don't think he's over them, I just think everybody is in agreement that we're going to support everybody. That's it. But it's not organized. Not one bit. They might have some organization as far as, their language and, they want to support their brother because he comes from a certain same place or whatever. But as far as him telling these boys, go do this. Why would he tell them, go shoot up such and such? Now go to the police and turn yourself in. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. And knowing that gives me a little bit relief. At everything that they were saying, I was taking it into exactly what they were saying. I was feeling some kind of way like, man, this don't look good because this boy's doing this and that boy did that and that boy's doing. He's just around the wrong people and he still try to be around the community and help them. Now, I'm not saying he ain't did nothing wrong. I'm just saying it ain't what the state is trying to say it is. I think he done made some money. The state want that money. And I told you guys this, if I didn't tell you this before, nut attorney was Miss Fanny. Rich Homie Quan's attorney was Fanny. Okay? So they is totally, if you're talking about gang, you're talking about this gang was, this is before Fanny became the DA. So I think Miss Love is trying to do what her boss tells her to do. We want to hang these boys. And here's the thing, you guys, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of crime in Atlanta. There's a lot of, hey Freddie, how you doing? There's a lot of crime in Atlanta. I mean, you can't even go to a nice restaurant and eat because they might come in there and start shooting some stuff up. I know my husband wants to go to Atlanta. I don't want to go. Now that I know what I know about Atlanta, I don't want to go. He keeps saying, baby, let's go to Atlanta. I promised him we would go. We would have went this last weekend on the 2nd. We would have went the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. But we didn't go. Only reason why we didn't go, we didn't have some things worked out. But other than that, we could have went. But I think we're gonna go. If we're gonna go, we're probably gonna go on the 30th, the 1st, or the 2nd or something. But I am gonna take him. But we definitely can't do it on his birthday. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here and go back to the live. I am watching the live on Law and Crime, and it's the YSL court trial for Young Thug. And you guys, I don't want these boys to get found guilty. I don't want them to get found guilty. But it ain't up to me. I just see that if you're the state, then I hold you a little bit above the street people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you out there doing dirt and damage and because you're the law. And if you want everybody to see one side, but you don't want everybody to see the other side. So and then you over there attacking your own people and stuff like that. You're supposed to have things together if you the state. You're supposed to kind of know the questions you're going to ask them and how they're going to answer these questions. But right now, everybody that got on the stage is going against Miss Love. And I know she's feeling some kind of way, and she should. And she should. Because nobody, you giving You're giving people immune that they can say whatever they want, and you still ain't got nothing. And then you're dropping charges, and you still ain't got nothing. You got people in jail without a public defender for months at a time, and you still ain't got nothing. You're doing everything, and it ain't got nothing to do with Jeffrey Williams. That's the funny thing about the whole situation. Matter of fact, when Antonio Sledge Moktok or whatever his name is said, I was going to tell them that Jeffrey Williams told me to take Wody to the police department. That's when she turned red. She been red ever since, stuttering all over the place. Chunks of butter flying everywhere, you guys. I'm just saying. I mean, she just a stormer. She a plop, 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 plop. She walking up to the thing like you know what I'm saying, slapping the mic and everything. I was like, oh my God, she's supposed to have them off their game. They got her off her game. Anyway, you guys, it has been a crazy case. But I'm gonna get off of here. I'll see you guys sometime tomorrow. It won't be 3 o'clock, you guys, and I know tomorrow's Tuesday, but I'll come on here anyway, and we'll chat it up about lunchtime. All right? Be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.